It is time to talk about the two new Riiffs fragrances, Hoor and Hulm, I believe is how they're pronounced. So let's get into it. I have some thoughts about these two. So let's start off with the one that I'm not personally the biggest fan of, to be honest. That one is Hulm. And it's not because this is a bad fragrance, it's simply not my style. It is a very floral forward type of fragrance. I believe there's iris in here if I'm not mistaken. And of course it also opens up with raspberry. I feel like both of these fragrances have this raspberry vibe to them. So it's a raspberry iris floral fragrance overall. Correction, I just checked the notes. It is not iris, it is orris root with peony, tuberose, and you get rose in the opening. Yeah, I feel like I can actually, now I'm thinking about it, or now that I have those notes in my mind, you can definitely pick out the rose. Tuberose, not as heavy as in other tuberose fragrances, but the rose is definitely there. It's too floral. It's too damn floral for me. The raspberry is nice, and it definitely helps to sweeten it up and makes it like a bouquet of flowers that have been topped with a raspberry topping. But aside from that, no. Overall, the raspberry in this fragrance, it is not juicy and it's not too sweet. I would describe it as like a sweet dried packet of like raspberry, like what do you call it? Like a aromatherapy dried packet of raspberries that have been placed with this floral bouquet. So it's very feminine, it's very pretty, but not for me. Now, in terms of the performance, not great either, to be honest with you. It is light. I wouldn't even call it moderate. It's a light fragrance. Now, when you initially spray it, it's not bad. It comes out, kicking and jiving like most fragrances do. And you're like, this is gonna be a good performer. It's just how quickly this becomes damn near a skin scent that makes me call it light. So if you're looking for something to be a, beast mode raspberry floral, you're not gonna get that from this. It is very light. Now, I have only had this for a few weeks, maybe going on 2 weeks now. So who knows if that will change. But honestly, when it comes to performance on things, for me, I feel like, yes, a fragrance can become, a bit stronger with time. I don't think I have personally experienced a fragrance being incredibly light, almost non-existent, to then becoming a very good performer. That's me. I'm not saying that's not possible. That's just me. I feel like it improves somewhat, but just not like night and day altogether. I feel like the smell can change more than the actual performance to me with time. Like I feel like I can really enjoy some fragrances as they've settled, just the way that they are composed. They can smell better to me, but I would be shocked if this turns into like an 8-hour wear fragrance, even after letting it sit for a few months, but I could be wrong on that one. But just know going into it that this is gonna be soft. So if you're looking for something that is not an overpowering floral, maybe you want something that's a bit more intimate for your job or wherever it is that you like to gallivant to, this would be perfect for that. Okay, now let's talk about the one that I actually really enjoy, but with one caveat as well. It is Hoor. So Hoor is beautiful. When I first sprayed Hoor, I thought, oh, is this supposed to be Byredo Ball d'Afrique Absolute? Because that's what it was giving. It has that like fresh, sweet, musky vibe. It's also similar to me to Ellis Brooklyn Sweet, which I don't know if you recall, but in past videos I said if you like Ball d'Afrique Absolute, then you'll probably enjoy Ellis Brooklyn Sweet. I feel like they're in that same category. Might actually, now that I'm even smelling it again, I feel like it's even closer to Ellis Brooklyn Sweet than it is to Ball d'Afrique Absolute, but they're all in the same style of fragrance if you ask me. But it's actually not inspired by any of those fragrances. It's not inspired by the Ellis Brooklyn, and it's not inspired by the Ball d'Afrique. It's supposed to be inspired by Gold Feed and Banks Sunset Hour. Oh, I totally forgot to mention that Hulm is inspired by Chanel Chance, actually. So there you go, Chanel Chance. But yeah, this is supposed to be inspired by Gold Feed and Banks Sunset Hour, which is funny because I smelled that for the first time at the Scent Fest festival. I don't know what you call it. Scent Fest convention, which was hosted by the perfume guy, Sebastian, a few months ago. They had a booth there and it smelled really lovely. I don't remember that fragrance too much. I just remember it smelling really nice and pretty and light, but I don't think I remember it enough to really give you a good, honest answer as to how close this is to that. I wish I could find my sample for it. Maybe it'll pop up, but I don't remember. But it's supposed to be inspired by Sunset Hour by Gold Feed and Banks. But I really think it smells a lot like Sweet. A lot like Sweet from Ellis Brooklyn. So it's a very likable, clean, sweet feminine DNA. So good. The one issue I have with this, maybe two for me, well, no, more so one. The one major issue that I have with this is similar to its sister, Hulm, the performance is just not good. It is so soft. And because I already have Ellis Brooklyn Sweet, Bal de Freak Absolute, two different clones of Bal de Freak Absolute, there's no situation to where I see myself ever grabbing this over any of those fragrances because it is so weak in comparison to every other fragrance that I have in this family of smell. I don't know why that is. I don't usually see that with Riiffs perfumes. So I'm very surprised to hear how, not just hear, but experience how soft it is. It's so soft that I almost feel like it's intentional. It's hard for me to believe that they, set out to make a long-lasting fragrance and they gave us this. It doesn't fit the brand with what their other fragrances have done in terms of their performance. So, I don't see myself wearing it. I don't see myself wearing it for that reason. Will I keep it? Yes, because I love the smell and I want to see if by some Hail Mary chance, this does actually end up being a comparable wear performer to the other ones that I mentioned. If so, great fragrance. Maybe a little bit sweeter than the other ones I mentioned. But if not, if this is the same after 2 months, what a fail. What a fail. They could have really just made it a little bit stronger so it could compete with others on the market and it would have been fantastic. But aside from that, if you don't care about performance, if again, you are looking for something that is soft, you want something more intimate, maybe you're a teacher, you work in healthcare, whatever the deal may be, that's a really beautiful scent to try out that is going to give you that sparkling, clean, sweet, feminine DNA. It's just one of those smells that I honestly would be surprised if someone smelled that smell and didn't enjoy it. It's just really, really likable. I should also talk about the bottle. Both of these bottles are pretty. Interesting, but pretty. I think I could see someone hating them because sometimes, some of these bottle designs, they just come off a little bit too, I don't even know what the word is, like a little bit too circus happy, I guess. It feels very circusy to me. And some people will love it. I don't know. It's got the butterflies on it. The cap is fairly heavy, so I'm not mad about that. It has a weird green coating on the inside. I don't know what that's about, but I don't know if maybe my bottle broke or something. I'm not sure. But the bottle is interesting. It's not bad. It's heavy. Yeah, I don't know. You're either gonna think it's cheap or you're gonna think it's pretty. I don't know. I think it's okay. I think it's not bad. It's not my favorite. It's not my usual go-to style for a perfume, but it's not bad. So yeah, overall, I would describe these as two nice releases. One of them being very floral, so it's not my style, but it's not a bad smell. They both have that raspberry vibe going in. I guess that's why they're sisters. And if it wasn't for the performance, I would say that these are two great releases from Riiffs. So let me know what you guys think about these ones, if they're on your radar, if you'll be trying them out, or if you've already tried them out. If you have tried them out, how is the performance for you? Would love to hear that. And I'll see you guys back tomorrow for our next episode.